What is up, my fellow duelists? Welcome to the channel. I am the Lethal Shinobi, and today I would like to share with you how the Dragunity Engine really complements the Dragonmaid archetype and pushes its power ceiling beyond its limits. Let's get into it. We're going to go ahead and activate the Remus. Remus is going to allow us to add the Dragon Ravine. We're going to activate Dragon Ravine, pitching the Nurse to the grave to add the Legatus. Legatus is going to special summon because we control the Dragon Ravine, and Remus will special summon from the grave. We're going to go into Guy Durg and activate his effect to add to hand and discard one. So we're going to add the Parlor and we're going to discard the Parlor. We're going to activate World Legacy Guard Dragon. Great extender for this deck, guys. We're going to summon the Nurse. Nurse is going to summon Parlor. Parlor's going to activate to send to grave the Tidying. And we're going to, I believe, link summon here into Romulus. Romulus is going to add us the Dragunity Glow. Glow lets us add a monster, a Dragunity level 5 or higher. So we're going to activate the Mistletoe. Mistletoe will equip from grave a Dragunity, and we're going to banish the Glow to summon him to the field again. This is why the Dragunity Engine is so great. It allows you to recycle Guy Durg and really get the graveyard preparation, if anything, you know, going, which accelerates the Dragonmaid deck incredibly well. You can see here like what we were managed to do even without I believe we haven't even normal summoned this turn. Yeah, we haven't normal summoned, so we're going to pitch the Baby Rock. Baby Rock is going to special summon to the field, and we're going to keep this on the field for now. We don't need it at the moment, but we're going to use our 2 6s to go into the Hieratic Dragon of Atum, sorry, and summon the Red MD. This play here allows us to again abuse Guy Durg because he's going to come back to the field, and we're going to activate him for the, I believe, the last time. The maximum times you can really activate him is 3 times consistently. You could possibly do a 4th, but you would need, you know, 2 other extenders to be able to do that. We're going to pitch the Chamber for the effect of Guy Durg, and now we're going to go into the Spheres. We're going to use the Guy Durg and the Baby Rock that we summoned before. This is going to make us our Borrowload Savage Dragon. Savage Dragon's going to equip, and we do have that Romulus there, so we're going to get 2 counters. We're now going to banish the Tidying that we sent to summon the Chamber, and that's going to add us another Tidying here. For this field here, we've got a Bounce with Spheres and a special summon from deck. We've got an Omni Negate. We've got Droplets with 2 monsters sitting there that we don't really need anyway. At least one we don't need. Even the World Legacy Guard Dragon we could send with the Droplets, and then we've got a Bounce with the Tidying. Let's see what my opponent's playing here. He plays Dragon Shrine, guys. I'm going to Ash Blossom this. I think he scoops quite quickly in this one, if I remember correctly. So we're going to Ash the Dragon Shrine. He goes for Chaos Form. This might have been a Blue Eyes Chaos Max deck. And Chaos Form, I'm going to just use the Negate to really get rid of that threat. Dealing with that Chaos Max Dragon can be a real issue because it cannot be targeted. And my opponent scoops there. So you can see how oppressive that board is. I believe if we had one more extender, we could have definitely gone into Sheo. So the board would have ended Spheres, Savage, Tidying, Sheo. You know, what more do you want really from a deck? Here we are again, guys, and we've opened up Remus and 2 of the best cards in the deck. We're going to discard Remus to add the Ravine, activate Dragon's Ravine to send... we're going to send the Black Metal Dragon. So we're going to summon the Legatus. We just done this in the last thing, and you can see this is the combo. The combo is linear up until this point here. This point is really dependent on what you have in your hand. So I'm going to go ahead and add the Blackwing Zephyros, pitching that to the grave, and then I'm going to activate Zephyros's effect, bouncing the Ravine back to my hand to summon him to the field. That's a once per duel effect, so I can't use that again. And we're going to go into the Romulus. Romulus is going to add us the Glow. We're going to activate Glow to add to hand the Mistletoe. We're going to special the Mistletoe by sending the Romulus. I do not like this play. This is a choke point for the deck because to summon Mistletoe, you need to send effectively 2 materials that you put into summoning the Romulus. And if you're interrupted here, it's not great. It will stop your combo dead in its tracks. Although we do have, you know, our normal summon with Chamber, it will limit what our end field would be. Well, we're going to summon Guy Dirk by banishing the glow, and this time we add the baby rock, pitching it to the grave, and then it's going to summon itself by its effect. We're going to use both level 6s to go into a tomb. The tomb is going to special summon again the red MD, and red MD is going to summon the Guy Dirk back, and this time we're going to add the nurse, and we're going to pitch the chamber. That interaction there, it just gives so much advantage. We're going to normal summon the nurse and then be able to summon from the grave. So we're going to use these two, but we're going to go into savage, normal summon the nurse, summon the chamber, and then add the hospitality. We keep it centered, so we're going to go into striker dragon. I think I decided to go for this card. I contact fuse those 3 cards into Trishula, the Dragon of Icy Imprisonment. This card is crazy. It allows you to, if you use all dragons to summon it, and you can contact fuse as well by banishing them. You can banish 1 card from your deck, banish the top card of your opponent's deck, and then banish 1 card from their extra deck. This allows you to see what they're playing and really mess with them, especially when people only run one-offs in their deck. So let's see what we banished here. Cyframe Lord Omega, because this card can be really annoying. We're going to go Foolish Burial to send a Samsara Dragon. This is another card that I really like. It allows you to banish from the grave, and then you can add a level 5 or higher dragon to your hand, which is crazy. It really allows us to summon Sheo without having to go into the battle phase to normally summon bigger dragons. But we're going to activate Hospitality, summon the Parlor. Parlor's going to pitch the chamber. See here, we activate Samsara Dragon to add the Lorpa to our hand. We would have had to go into battle phase to be able to do this. We're going to get the chamber. We're going to use the Trishula and the Parlor to go into spheres. I believe we're going to activate the chamber. Changeover, sorry. Changeover is going to allow us to get to Sheo. And there we have it, guys. We've got a bounce and 2 Omni Negates. And we're also going to get recursion plays. This is the greatest thing. Sheo is going to summon the nurse. Nurse is going to summon the Parlor. And we're going to again send the tidying. That gives us a security play. There we go. We literally get lava golemed. And we get kaiju. So all of that was for nothing. But, well, not for nothing. We've got a good graveyard prep here. And, well, he's giving me lava golem and Jizukiru. So let's see what he does. I really like this about the spheres, that if it's tribute, it doesn't matter if it's I don't know if he read the card or not, but it was still tributed to summon these, so he gets the effect to summon from the deck. So we're going to summon the chamber and add the hospitality for next turn. He's going to set 2 and pass, so I believe he may have bricked on this, but I don't know what he was thinking. We're going to have to see what these cards are here, but obviously he's given me 6,300 damage on the board already. We're going to go ahead and link summon Twin Triangle Dragon. This card is not necessary, I believe. I threw it in there because I just had it. But when you summon it, you can pay 500 life points, then special summon a level 5 or higher dragon to a zone it points to. Again, gives us access to Sheo. And he's going to scoop. The reason I targeted Sheo there is because I only run 1 Sheo and 1 House Dragon Maid. So I would have used Chamber to bounce that back and then summon him again. This deck does have somewhat of a bricking issue, I would say. Not so much. I would say it's about 80% consistent. But you do get hands sometimes where you can't do anything. Like now. Can't remember, are we going first? No. We're playing against Tri Brigade. So they're going to activate the Fractal to send a Nerval. Nerval's going to add to hand, and then he sets. I believe Tri Brigades should not end like that. We have to set 1 and pass. We have no plays, and I was not wasting Raigeki on this. So he's going to go ahead and flip summon Nerval, banish 2, and we're going to maxi him. He's going to activate Call by the Grave, and one of my favorite ghost girls, guys. We got the ghost spell. I love this card. My ultra rare points probably go to crafting more of these. People do not expect this card, and it really does mess with them. Not only for Call by the Grave, but so many decks nowadays have graveyard effects. So we're going to go ahead and get an advantage here. I believe my opponent makes a mistake here by continuing his plays. He's just giving us too many cards to play with. Add to hand and return 1 to the deck, and then he's going to add the Fractal. And he ends here on the Sovereignty, but he special summons the Barrier Statue, I believe. Wind monsters. Guys, Dragon Maids have an in archetype wind monster. The Lawpaw and the Parla are wind, so we can effectively play around that. It's not going to matter though. I believe we do have the Raigeki. And we're going to say goodbye to those interruptions. We have to normal summon the nurse, unfortunately. It's the worst 1-2 normal summon if you've got nothing in grave. We're going to go into Striker Dragon, chain the Nocto Vision, and then summon the Red MD. Red MD is going to summon Lawpaw. He's going to Nibiru us. And I believe this stops my play cold. No, we're going to activate the Hospitality, summon the nurse, and send the chain. Send the Earnest, sorry. Go into battle phase just to get this on the field and the nurse back to hand. Set the call by the grave. And we're going to pass turn. Let's see what my opponent's got. So he's got a Raigeki of his own. And the reason I activated it is it would give me an extra special summon the next turn. So I understand I'm giving him a Nibiru, but now I know he has it. I can play around it. He's going to activate the Fractal, sending the Nerval. Nerval's going to add the Keras. And that's going to be able to discard one and special summon. And he's going to discard the kit, which sends one to the grave. And now he's going to go into his link summons. Summoning the... I don't know what the link monsters' names are, guys. This was... I don't know whether I should have done that or not. But I chained just to protect the board. But I realized that he had more link monsters in the grave. So he's going to go ahead and destroy the nurse anyway. And then hit me for 53. So I've got no cards in my hand. Let's see what happens here. We top deck the chamber. We're going to activate chamber to add the hospitality. Activate the tidying in the grave. We're going to special summon the Lawpaw. We're going to link some with the Lawpaw and the chamber and go into his spheres. And we're going to activate hospitality. We're going to summon the nurse. Nurse is going to activate to summon chamber again, and we're going to get Nibiru'd. This is fine. The reason I summoned the spheres is because we were going to be able to special summon from the deck. We're going to activate the Parla. Parla's going to send changeover. We're going to go battle phase. Summon the big dragon. And it's just for this. Look, we can bounce the big dragon back to the hand, activate, and then, you know, we got a Sheo, and Sheo's going to give us recursion. That's all we need. Let's see. We're going to summon the nurse in standby phase and then summon the Parla. And that's going to send a tidying, which gives us another special. He's going to activate the Tenki. I choose not to interrupt here. I've got one negate and I'm going to save it for when he banishes his resources. And he realizes it's over because he would have tried to banish to link summon. And he would have been met with that negate there. So we managed to pull ourselves out of that hole there. We've got a few more here, guys. So we've opened up Nurse, Parla, Foolish Burial. We're going to go for the Foolish, send in the Chamber. Normal summon Nurse to summon Chamber from the grave. Activate the effect. Add the Hospitality. Hospitality is going to summon the Parla Dragonmaid to the field, sending the big dragon. And then we're going to use her to send the changeover, which is the fusion spell. We're going to link summon into Striker Dragon and banish the Striker to summon Darkness Metal. That's going to get us the Nurse back onto the field. We're going to bounce Chamber back to our hands, link summon into Spheres, and then we're going to activate that changeover, I believe, to summon Sheo. I summon in defense because Lightning Storm is a thing, so it saves me having to negate sometimes, depending on what I have. But we got the Maxi, so we're going to go ahead and summon during the standby phase. Again, guys, look at the recursion that we get. We get two free bodies on the field every standby phase, and then we get to send something to grave, or, you know, if you need to add something. He's got the Raigeki, and I choose to actually negate it here. It's unfortunate it's not Lightning Storm, you know. I would have maybe let it go to losing the spheres, but it's fine. We summon the house, and he's going to Kaiju me. So he's got Gamseal. Unfortunately, obviously I didn't shotgun the Maxi, and this is an inherent special summon. So I did it in between these two because I didn't know whether he was going to summon a Kaiju at that point, but, you know, we still get a draw off of it. And he's playing ABCs, guys, and I believe when I read this card, I'm not too familiar with ABC, but this one needed to be in the grave. I know you can banish them from the grave to summon a Dragon Buster, and he normal summoned this. So I opted to use the spheres at this point to bounce it back to his hand. And then summon the Chamber, and Chamber's going to let us add another Hospitality, which gives us plays on the next turn. Nurse is going to summon the Ernest, and Chamber is going to summon the Lawpaw. He's going to choose to go for the Lawpaw. It doesn't make a difference really which one it went for. He would have got more damage in if he killed this one, I guess. But we're going to go ahead and draw an Ash Blossom. We're going to summon Nurse. Nurse is going to summon Chamber straight back to the field. We're going to add to hand a Tidying this time. And we're going to go for a Link summon. I believe I go into Masquerader here. I still keep Masquerader on my deck. The Dragunity Engine locks you into dragons, but on your turn 2 plays when you haven't used those cards, this I love Masquerader. I don't think I'd ever take it out of the deck just because of its protection effect. We're going to go ahead and summon, we change over the Sheo, and we're going to go ahead and into a Link 4, I believe, into, yeah, my favorite card, the Borrelsword Dragon. This card is just incredible. I think people overlook this as a Link 4 right now because of what's available, but we're going to go ahead and bounce. And look at Borrelsword. We gain half the attack, and we get 2 attacks at that. We're going to activate his effect. Them sideways, and we're going to hit him for 4650 again. This card is a game ender. You know, access code talk or something, it is great, and it has its uses, but sometimes when you got something on the field that cannot be destroyed by card effects, Borrelsword Dragon just takes care of that. Alright guys, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do like the content, please don't forget to leave a like, comment and subscribe. The Discord link is in the description below if you'd like to join. I'll be back with some more Master Duel content. Until then, I wish you all a blessed day, and I will catch you in the next one.